They went that way.
Okay, male or female?
Neither. They, them.
What?
That's their pronoun?
Okay, so how many were there?
Oh my God, one, you idiot. They're non-binary.
So does non-binary have a hole or a pole? We just need to clarify.
They who? Who them? Where why? Who's who? Who's who? They, them, or who?
We're having pronoun trouble again. Were they white?
No.
Were they black?
No, colour doesn't matter, you bigot.
Were they fat?
That's body shaming. Sorry.
What did they look like?
A human. That's who you're getting from me, you pig.
Okay, witness says we're looking for an angry, BO-smelling, pink-haired dog with a nose ring over.
I believe that he's gay.
Ask how he identifies.
How do you identify?
Actually, I identify as...
Oh, here we go. It's that long plethora of, oh my God.
Wait for it.
I will. Let me get a chair.
It's always so easy to identify who's part of the woke ABCD community. They always have a certain look, and people who are watching this video know the look I am talking about.
Disgusting. What do you think you are? You're just a coward. You're embarrassing yourself. What am I going to do? Nothing. You're going to die on your own.
Killing animals, and it feels good in front of the vegans, huh? You have all the blood on your face and all the blood on your hands. It feels good.
What's your pronouns?
I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm a he. I don't get into that mentally ill stuff.
Okay. I'm Zer. What you feel about that?
Mental illness.
Why do we need personal pronouns?
We don't need personal pronouns. I don't think it's kind to allow people to live in delusion. Just because you dress like a woman, talk like a woman, act like a woman, it does not make you a woman. And I am so tired of us allowing these people to let us live in delusion.
I can't even go on, I love flying British Airways, right? My preferred airline, a wonderful airline. And there always used to be a lovely posh voice saying, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Britain." And I used to feel soothing, particularly if I came from another country back to Britain. I felt immediately at ease. My captain was there, sounding like he was, you know, from some wonderful Pathy news bulletin, and he referred to us as ladies and gentlemen. That's now been banned. They're not allowed to say ladies and gentlemen because there might be one person on the plane who says, "Whoa, whoa, hang on. I don't identify as a lady or a gentleman." Well, okay, fine, I don't care, but I do. So where's my right to be called a gentleman?
That's the problem today with people in Western society. They place people's feelings above the truth. They would rather let people live in delusion because of their feelings rather than telling them the truth. I'm sorry, but I'm not the person who's gonna lie to someone and let them live in the delusion that they're living in. I am judgmental just like everyone else is, although people love to claim that they aren't judgmental, which also saying that someone is being judgmental is you being judgmental.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
He's got a point.
Can men get pregnant?
Mr. Chairman, yes.
Okay. Okay. Define what a woman is.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
There are people who identify as different genders who are capable of getting pregnant. That is my position on this. I am not going to feed more into the bigotry of that question.
Okay, what is this right here?
The pelvis. It's the only bone in the body that's gender specific, which means it's different in boys and girls.
Is it?
Yes. The pelvis's job to protect the organs used for digesting and reproduction, which means throwing babies.
If I say a man is a man and a woman is a woman is inherently transphobic, that's not discrimination, that's disagreement. If they say that's discrimination, they're overly applying their own
Well, I
label.
think when you say, like, they're mentally ill, like that,
Well,
gives off
I have said, and I will continue to maintain, that gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder, whichever DSM you choose to use, is a mental illness. That is... And again, God forbid that it should be said with any animus, because this is not said with animus. When people are suffering, these are clearly folks who are suffering. When people are suffering, you shouldn't be saying stuff with animus. I'm not saying that as a gotcha to people who are transgender. The point that I'm making is that when a society begins treating folks who have mental illness as though they are representing an objective reality, they are doing no service to the people who actually suffer from a mental illness.
So do you think it's okay to transition children?
Yeah.
To Christianity?
No.
Video here from a 12-year-old who talks about getting into all sorts of trouble at school because of what was written on his shirt. Let's have a listen.
I have been told that my shirt was targeting a protected class. Who is this protected class? Are their feelings more important than my rights? I don't complain when I see pride flags and diversity posters hung throughout the school. Do you know why? Because others have a right to their beliefs just as I do. This right is called the First Amendment to the Constitution. I feel like these adults were telling me that it wasn't okay for me to have an opposing view. Their arguments were weak, in my opinion. I didn't go to school that day to hurt feelings or cause trouble. I have learned a lot from this experience. I learned that a lot of other students share my view. I learned that adults don't always do the right thing or make the right decisions.
Once you understand how the world is working today in the West, you'll understand that these people don't care about what you say as long as it doesn't go with what they believe in. They'll shout on the rooftops and claim that we love people to have right to do what they want, and why do you care what people are doing with their own body? But then the moment you disagree with them, that's when they want to cancel you, you're fired, take people out of their jobs and take people out of their schools that they're learning in. It's a very funny position to hold. Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
Jordan Peterson, right? This is what I'm saying to you. Why the rage, bruh? You're doing well, but you're a mean, mad white man, and you're going to get us right.
I'm not making the case that I haven't had advantages in my life and disadvantages in my life like most people. You don't know anything about my background or where I came from, and it doesn't matter to you because fundamentally I'm a mean white man. That's a hell of a thing to say in a debate. The fact that race got dragged into that particular comment is a better exemplar of what the hell I think is wrong with the politically correct left than anything else that could have possibly happened.
It's the usual tactic with these people. Play victim, say that you don't like a certain group, and insert whatever buzzword that they always use. These people have been propagandized to say the same thing over and over again, and it's getting tiring.
Do you eat avocados?
I eat a plant-based diet.
Do you eat avocados?
We're asking the government.
Do you eat avocados? Yes?
A leading study from...
Do you... It's an interview. You don't just answer different questions. Do you eat avocados?
I eat a plant-based diet, which
Do you eat avocados?
Yes.
Yes? You do? Great. Do you know how avocados and almonds get made?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yes.
So you realise that in California, every year, for 6 weeks, they fly in billions of bees to create your almonds and avocados, and in that process, several billion bees get murdered. This is a bee. Right? Why are you laughing? It's not funny.
I'd like to respond.
Bees getting slaughtered and you giggling away like it doesn't matter, whilst destroying buildings because you care so much about animals. You don't care about the little guys.
The reason she doesn't want to answer the question, and she's answering a question that wasn't even asked, is because she knows the truth of the matter. These people love to live in their lie and their delusion, and they just love virtue signaling is all it really is.
I think that we'll all agree that motherhood starts way beyond the biological event, and anyone, including men, can mother and play the role of a
men,
mother.
Father, women, mother. That's because the titles are male and female titles.
Okay, mother and to father are not gender specific.
They are gender specific.
No, they're not.
Why are we pretending
the
otherwise?
Skills
of course
to
they're
mother
gender
and to
specific.
father.
Mothers are women. I hate to break it to you.
No,
I know we're not allowed to say this anymore, but it's an insult to every damn mother in this country. That some of these blokes can come along and go, I'm mummy. No, you're not.
You are.
You're not. You're daddy if you want to be daddy. You're not mummy. Do you have kids?
Yes, I have a 4-year-old. A 4-year-old.
How many times has your son called you daddy?
Stereotyping.
Okay, how many times has he called you daddy?
Well, here's a brilliant example.
You just said he thinks you're both.
He buys me a
How many
Father's
times
Day
has he said, hi, daddy?
He buys me a Father's Day card.
Has he ever
and says,
called you daddy?
You are a mum and a dad
Has he
to
ever
me.
called you daddy?
Yes,
Has he ever called you daddy?
It's all...
I want an answer.
You can't be a woman and be a father at the same time. It doesn't make sense. You're a woman, you are a mother, you are a man, you are a father. It is really that simple. These people love to blur the lines, change definitions to suit their agenda. And this is why I say that if the truth was to slap them in the face, they would say it's not the truth.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and only ladies and gentlemen it is and shall always be. I am an 18-year-old high school student and wanted to take this time to bring to your attention the current issue with biological men claiming they are women entitled to use women's spaces. There was an incident within our district that occurred recently regarding a transgender woman who really is a biological man having an altercation with a young woman at MLK High School. This man is and has been using the women's restroom and locker room. Firstly, why are we affirming the mental confusion of this boy and putting the safety of women in jeopardy by allowing mentally confused men to use the women's spaces? Of course, any male who claims he is a woman will accept it. But what about the women? What about the true girls like myself who are female down to our DNA? Why don't we ever get a say in whether or not we are comfortable with this? The truth is, we aren't. The majority of us aren't, and yet nothing has been done to protect the safety of these women. So please do something about it. Thank you.